my mother escaped Sobibor, she made a promise to everybody there that they would never let this happen again, but they would tell the story of what happened. And this way people would really understand, because history just talks about numbers and talk about individuals. So she wanted the children to understand what it felt for her. And she wanted to relay those feelings so that she felt that she can make a better world, that she felt that she was a spokesperson until the day she died, and she then instilled that into myself and my brother, as well as my children. And our mission is to make certain that that message is continued.
We're extremely fortunate to be part of a community with so many Holocaust survivors who are willing and able to share their personal and painful memories with students, teachers, and community members to help them better understand the consequences of allowing hatred to go unchecked. I hope you don't mind me saying, but I believe it is truly the responsibility, some would even say obligation, of every member of our community to stand with these survivors, their families, and the Rob Goodwin Holocaust Center volunteers as they work to combat hatred, prejudice, bigotry, and anti-Semitism in our community and beyond.
Every time I speak, I feel that my heart is a little bit beating faster. But since there is nobody else who is ever going to tell the truth in the complete whatever happened, than us. So we are going to persevere, and no matter how it hurts, it will heal probably, and we are still want to help out. Well, I want them to remember the 6 million innocent Jewish people who perished because single reason of their religion. And I also want to remember the many millions who were not Jews who perished too.
Rob Goodwin reaches now up to 30,000 people directly every year, individuals who then in turn touch the lives of others with the stories, the information, the horrors and atrocities that they've heard. In this day and age, it's so important to remember that as Jews, we must lead by example. We are all human beings, and today so often we treat the other in a way that's not appropriate. And by learning about the Holocaust, we can remember that we are all humans and that we all deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. And through the Rob Goodwin Holocaust Education Center, we can remember these stories and make ourselves all examples for the rest of our community.
When our speakers come in, it's very real for our students. And I talk to them and tell them this is not an assembly. This is a life experience that you are blessed to have and that your children aren't likely to have. Right now, there are people in the world who can share their story with you. People who have walked in a world that they haven't walked in. They've seen things that we haven't seen. And they can share that story with us, because right now we get to walk together for a time, share that story, and then it's our students, our children, who need to walk that path beyond, a path that we won't be able to travel with them. They're going to walk into the future and take these stories, keep them alive, and more importantly, the lessons that love must conquer hatred.
Holocaust education is so important in this day and age. It's important to understand why respect is needed in this day and age, to respect those who look different than you, pray different than you, love different than you. Anyone who's different, we still need to respect. At the end of the day, that's what helped decide who would be an upstander and who would be a bystander. It's also important to study the dangers of hate and why we need to respect one another. So Rob Goodwin does a great job with this by introducing it to all different ages starting in kindergarten, by talking about the dangers of bullying.